Hi Chatty Zebra, where are we going this week?
Welcome to this week's Chatty Zebra Summer Challenge. Today we're going to visit the country Canada. Canada is the second largest country in the entire world. It's so big. It's located in North America and it shares its border with the United States. It stretches from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific Ocean in the west. The capital of Canada is Ottawa and the largest city is Toronto. Canada has two official languages, English and French. The national symbol of Canada is the maple leaf, which can be found on the country's flag.
What habitats do they have?
Canada is known for its beautiful landscapes, including vast forests, stunning mountains, and numerous lakes. The boreal forest covers a significant portion of Canada. It's characterised by dense forests of coniferous trees like spruce, pine and fir. The tundra is found in the northernmost parts of Canada, where the climate is extremely cold and the ground is permanently frozen. The grasslands of Canada, primarily located in the prairie provinces, are characterised by vast stretches of grasses and wildflowers. Canada has extensive coastal regions along the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. Canada is home to several mountain ranges, including the Rocky Mountains and the Coast Mountains.
What landmarks do they have?
Canada is home to several famous landmarks, including the CN Tower, which is an iconic symbol of Toronto and one of the tallest freestanding structures in the world. Visitors can enjoy breathtaking views of the city from the observation decks and even try the Edge Walk, a thrilling hands-free walk around the tower's edge. I think I'd be too scared to do that. There's also Niagara Falls, which is a magnificent natural wonder located on the border between Canada and the United States. It consists of 3 waterfalls and attracts millions of visitors each year who come to witness the awe-inspiring beauty and power of the cascading water. Peggy's Cove is a picturesque fishing village known for its iconic lighthouse and perched on granite rocks. It's a popular tourist destination offering stunning coastal views and a glimpse into maritime culture of Nova Scotia.
What animals do they have in Canada?
It's home to a diverse range of animals, both on land and in the waters. Some of the most popular Canadian animals include beavers. These are the national animals of Canada, and a symbol of hard work and determination. They're known for their ability to build dams and lodges using branches and mud. Moose. The moose is the largest member of the deer family and can be found in various parts of Canada. They have distinctive antlers and are known for their size and strength. The beluga whale. The beluga whale is a white-toothed whale that inhabits the Arctic and subarctic waters of Canada. They're known for their distinctive white colour and melodic vocalizations. Atlantic puffins. The Atlantic puffin is a seabird that nests along the coastlines of eastern Canada. They have colourful beaks and are excellent swimmers and divers. Grey wolves. The grey wolf is a highly adaptable and social animal found in various parts of Canada. They live in packs and are skilled hunters. And my favourite, the orca. The orca, also known as the killer whale, can be found in the coastal waters of Canada. They're highly intelligent and known for their distinctive black and white markings. And of course, we can't talk about Canada without talking about their bears. Canada is home to a number of different species of bears, including grizzly bears, black bears and polar bears. Which is your most favourite bear?
What are Canadians and their traditions like?
Canada has a population of over 38 million people. It's the second largest country in the world in land area, but has a relatively small population compared to its size. Canada is known for its commitment to multiculturalism and diversity. People from all over the world have emigrated to Canada, bringing their cultures, languages and traditions. This diversity is celebrated and protected by Canadian laws and policies. Canada has a rich Indigenous heritage with over 600 recognised First Nations, Inuit and Métis communities. These Indigenous people have unique cultures, languages and traditions that contribute to the country's cultural fabric. The majority of Canadians live in urban areas, with cities like Toronto, Montreal and Vancouver being the most populous. However, Canada has vast rural areas, including remote communities in the northern regions. Canada has a strong emphasis on education and healthcare. The country has a high literacy rate, and education is considered a fundamental right for all Canadians. Healthcare is publicly funded, ensuring that citizens have access to essential medical services. Canada consistently ranks among the top countries in terms of quality of life. It offers a high standard of living, safe and social welfare programs that supports its citizens. Canadians are passionate about sports, with ice hockey being the most popular sport in the country. Other sports include basketball, soccer, baseball and Canadian football. Canadians also enjoy outdoor activities like hiking, skiing, canoeing and camping in the country's vast natural landscapes. Canadians are often known for their friendliness and politeness. They are generally welcoming, respectful and value inclusivity.
What food do they enjoy?
Here are some traditional foods commonly enjoyed in Canada. Poutine is a beloved Canadian dish that originated in Quebec. It consists of French fries topped with cheesed curds and smothered in gravy. It's a delicious, indulgent comfort food, and if you check out our activity pack, we have a recipe so you can try it too. Nanaimo bars are a popular dessert named after the city of Nanaimo in British Columbia. They're made with a crumb base, a layer of custard and buttercream, and a topping of chocolate. Butter tarts are a sweet treat made with flaky pastry, shell filled with a gooey mixture of butter, sugar and eggs. They're a classic Canadian dish and can be found in various flavours like pecan or raisin. Atlantic lobster is a prized seafood in Canada, particularly in the Atlantic provinces. It's often boiled or steamed and served with melted butter. Lobster rolls, where the meat is served in a toasted bun with mayonnaise and other ingredients, are also popular. Maple syrup. Now, you may have had maple syrup if you've had pancakes before. Canada is known for its production of maple syrup. It is made by tapping maple trees and collecting the sap, which is then boiled down to create the sweet syrup. Maple syrup is used as a topping for pancakes, waffles and other desserts.
What is ice hockey?
Have you ever seen ice hockey? I've been lucky enough to go to an ice hockey match in Canada, and it's like the best sport ever. Ice hockey is the most popular sport in Canada, and the country has produced many talented hockey players. It's Canada's national winter sport and deeply ingrained in Canadian culture. The Canadian women's ice hockey team won multiple Olympic gold medals, including 4 consecutive golds from 2002 to 2014. The game is played with 2 teams, each consisting of 6 players, 3 forwards, 2 defence and 1 goalkeeper, on the ice at any one time. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck into the opponent's net using a hockey stick. Ice hockey requires players to have good skating skills, stick handling abilities and teamwork. Many Canadian kids grow up playing ice hockey in local leagues or frozen ponds and outdoor rinks during the winter months.
What traditional homes are there in Canada?
Traditional homes in Canada vary depending on the region and cultural influences. Here are a few examples of traditional home styles found in different parts of the country. Indigenous communities in Canada have their own traditional housing styles that reflect the cultural practices and environment. For example, Inuit communities in the Arctic traditionally lived in igloos or sod houses, while First Nations on the west coast built long houses using cedar planks. In Quebec, you can find traditional homes with distinct French influences. These homes often feature steep roofs, dormer windows, and stone or brick exteriors. In the maritime provinces of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island, these homes are typically wooden structures with steep roofs, gable ends, and sometimes decorated with colourful trim or gingerbread details. In the rural and wilderness areas, log cabins are traditional housing style. These homes are made from logs stacked horizontally and interlocked at the corners. Log cabins are associated with Canada's pioneer history and are still used as vacation homes or in remote areas.
What is Canada's history?
The history of Canada begins with the Indigenous people who have inhabited the land for thousands of years. They developed diverse cultures, languages and societies with distinctive nations and tribes across the country. European exploration of Canada began in the late 15th century with John Caboult's arrival in Newfoundland in 1497. The French established a colony called New France primarily in the present-day Quebec and parts of the Maritimes. Then there was a series of wars, including the 7 Years' War, when Britain gained control of the New France in 1763. The British established British North America, which later became Canada. The British encouraged settlement and implemented policies that shaped the country's development. In 1867, the Domain of Canada was formed through the Confederation of 4 provinces: Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. This marked the beginning of Canada as a federal parliamentary democracy. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Canada expanded westward through the acquisition of new territories and provinces. The completion of the Canadian Pacific Railway in 1885 facilitated the expansion and connected the country from coast to coast. Canada played significant roles in both World Wars, contributing troops and resources. These conflicts helped shape Canada's identity and led to increased autonomy and international recognition. In recent years, Canada has been engaged in efforts towards truth and reconciliation with the Indigenous peoples, acknowledging historical injustices and working towards healing and a more equal future.
Please tell me a traditional Canadian story.
A traditional Canadian story is called The Sleeping Giant. This is an Ojibwe legend for children. Once upon a time, in a land near Lake Superior, there lived a giant named Ojibwe. He was kind and powerful guardian of the land and its resources. Ojibwe loved the forests, the rivers and the animals and called the area home. One day, a group of settlers arrived on the land. They were searching for something precious: silver. They found a rich silver mine near the lake and started taking the silver away. They didn't realise they were disrespecting the land and its gifts. Ojibwe became very sad and angry. He knew that the settlers were not treating the land with care. In his sorrow, he decided to lie down and never rise again. As he fell into a deep sleep, his body transformed into a massive rock formation. The giant's head, chest and body formed a shape that looked like a sleeping person. This rock formation became known as the Sleeping Giant. It lay peacefully along the shores of the lake, reminding everyone of the importance of respecting and protecting the land. The Ojibwe people, who lived in harmony with the land for generations, saw the Sleeping Giant as a sacred site. They understood that it was a reminder of the consequences of greed and the need to live in harmony with nature. To this day, the Sleeping Giant stands tall, reminding us all to be kind to the land and its creatures.
Thank you for telling me all about Canada. I can't wait for next week.